Get ready for an absolute blockbuster elimination final, the second of the TBC Live Final Series. Damien Moana and the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs taking on Anthony McDonald and the Brisbane Broncos, a round 13 rematch. Let's start with Captain Moana and his Bulldogs, the only Season 7 expansion team to make the finals in both seasons. The finals is an arena that Moana knows all too well. Tatara Maxwell continues to shine as one of the premier fullbacks of our game. Daniel Hellier has had a breakout season since his shift to the halves, one of the best playmakers in the SRL. John Boy Mayava always shows promise to headline a deadly Dogs backline, and tonight the Dogs return to Belmore for a rematch against the side that beat them last week, the Brisbane Broncos. Led by their captain Anthony McDonald, Parramatta legend and first season captain. What a run to the finals it's been by Brisbane, putting together a few late wins to sneak into the top 8. With players like Luke Short, Justin Plays, Simon Hunt and Riker Manu doing battle for the Bronx, they're a dynamic side who, at their best, can compete with anyone. Will the Broncos produce another moment of magic in their season, or will the fairy tale end tonight as the Dogs look to seek redemption? It's your second elimination final, 6th vs 7th, Canterbury Bankstown against Brisbane, the Bulldogs doing battle with the Broncos, right here on SRL TV.
Hello and welcome to Belmore Sports Ground with a bit of deja vu as the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs take on the Brisbane Broncos here in Belmore, the heart of the Bulldogs. And last week we saw these two teams face off, the Broncos needing that win that they received 36-16 to get into the finals. Now they have to face them back to back. A few changes for this Bulldogs side as these two teams, it's an elimination final, looking to play the loser of the Storm v Cowboys game. Whoever goes down tonight, it is over and out for them for their season. So they'll be on their toes. I'm your Commissioner Wilke, excited for this one as the team's getting ready to kick off here. And just during the week, as I just briefly mentioned, the Bulldogs with some changes, notably Damien Moana moving to 6. With Daniel Hellier swapping out to 7, Joseph Jackson to the bench, Johnston moving from the props into the lock role, and Ruben Mobbs moving from second row to prop, and of course making way for Filippo Gould to start in left second row. So quite a few changes this week with the lineup. Damien Moana, it's an all or nothing play. They were dominated last week by the Broncos, and only one change for them this week, and that's simply a swap of numbers. Samuel Lillard now playing at 15 instead of 14, swapping with Mauro McEnroe. Now it's going to be Justin Plays. He had a great game last week, and he's looking for another big performance tonight. So it will be Edwards. Puts the kick in over the top, and it will land down in Angie Slugger's corner. On the kick return, can't get away from Marley Arkia, who scored that great try at the start of the game last week. Put the Broncos on the board. Hellier now. That's the second. Playing at halfback, and it's quite an interesting strategy moving Daniel Hellier to halfback. I don't know if it's going to pay off. Hellier, he has his moments of maybe incompetence, but more than ever, I think this is his best season to date. He's beaten try-scoring records, plural, for both the season and one game. Try-assist records. He's been a huge addition at 5'8" for this team this season, so why they're moving him, I'm not entirely sure. I guess we'll see whether it pays off with Damien Moana, but now it's going to be Riker Manu with a bit of space. Tatara Maxwell coming across, makes the tackle. Johnston with the ankle tap. And that's possibly a try-saving effort there, as Tatara Maxwell was struggling to get to him, as now it's going to be off the head there of Sonny Sharp. John Bakers gets the ball on the inside. It's going to be a dummy pass, but the loose ball picked up by Kobe Johnston. And the Bulldogs just capitalizing and getting the ball off. A bit of mishaps there from the Broncos. As they go left, Filippo Gould.
3 hands away.
Up to the right, it will be Moana. Now goes to Hellier.
Hill. Ball. Get back. Look at me. He's held there. Clear him now.
As they will go.
Hold.
Wallace to Hellier. Puts it down to Rakamanu's wing. On the kick return here, Rakamanu with another line break. Looking dangerous for a second, but brought down. They go right now. Justin plays.
That's your second.
It's now Anthony McDonald.
Held there. 3.
Brought down that tackle there. They go to Caleb Jeff. He drives forward here.
That's tackle 4. Hands off.
But the Broncos really struggling to make some meters. 28 gain in that set, and the Bulldogs showing off some great defense.
Lock
In
in.
the early stage of this game, only 6 minutes in at this stage, as John Bakers puts it over the head. Andrew Slugger having to retreat a bit to get that one, but he'll step around one, Arkey, bringing him down.
Release. Hill.
And not a bad spot to do it, and very close to the sideline. Did well to stay in there, Angie Slugger. As to Tara Maxwell now, through the line. Justin plays, brings him down.
2. He's held there.
As they go right, Wallace links up with Hellier.
Hill. Right, that's the 3rd.
Well, how about that? Ruben Mobbs with the first try of the game. Just finding his way off a bit of a weird play. Angie Slugger getting it on the inside. A Broncos defender touching it. 6 again called and a try. A very awkward one indeed, but the Bulldogs, that is the start that they both wanted and needed for this clash. The Broncos not showing the same determination as they did last week. They'll be disappointed in themselves the way they've started. They know that they can win here. They know they can win against this team. And maybe they've come in thinking, maybe being too confident of that fact. Alas, is John Bakers. Once again, preparing to kick off here. Here we'll go. Going to go deep to Damien Moana. Passes to Casey Namina, who's folded there by Anthony McDonald. As Moana goes to John Boy Mayava.
2 hands away.
Playing the ball there, John Boy. As they go right. Moana links up with Filippo Gould. Driven back by Anthony McDonald. That's his second tackle of the set there. As he's getting busy around the middle of the field. They go right. It's an awkward one there to Moana, but Tara Maxwell links up eventually with
4.
him, as it will be brought down by Caleb Jeff. Sonny Sharp helping in that tackle. They go right now, a wide pass. Angie Slugger, he finds an overlap. Slugger goes down the wing. Justin plays, tackling him. Almost at the halfway line now. As they go left, the Bulldogs putting the kick in. Kobe Johnston puts it into no man's land. Rakamanu actually gets there in time as Daniel Hellier stepped around. Cameron Hodgson brought down.
He's held there.
Looks like they're really testing out Rakamanu's wing. I don't blame him. The way that Dylan Sharp can get into space, and I mean, I'm fearful if he does get into space. We saw what he did against the Storm. A great game then. So the way he can get into space, I wouldn't particularly want to kick to him. Maybe it's a good idea to just keep putting it down to Rakamanu. But here's Caleb Jeff, the beach sprinter. He gets a bit of space, gets an offload away to John Bakers. As that'll be the 40-meter mark. That's the 4th tackle. Eddie Oliver going left. Sonny Sharp, it's a forward pass. That's a poor effort there from Eddie Oliver. And the Broncos will pay the price.
He's held there. Let him go. Let him go.
There you go, as Wallace now going left. Filippo Gould. Inside pass here. Casey Namina. That's got to be a knock on. No, knock back, they said. The referee
That's his second.
reluctant to blow that one. And I mean, on a bit of reflection there, I guess I'd have to agree as well. As Columbus tries to put some footwork on. Brown misses the tackle, but Edwards is there. Going right now will be Johnston. Wide pass out to Namina. Looked very flat, that pass. As that'll be the 3rd tackle. No, a held in tackle penalty. Eddie Oliver getting amongst it again. And he is just compounding his errors here. As the Bulldogs will have an opportunity to make it 8-0, 13 minutes in. There you go, the penalty goal. Successful. I had no doubts from Thomas Wallace from both that range and the position that he was in. 8-0, and the Broncos need to find something fast because the compounding errors of Eddie Oliver really costing him at the moment. And maybe he does belong on the bench like rumoured for Season 9. Maybe it's time to bring Liam Evans on back at hooker. Who knows? Ruben Mobbs taking the run up there and just finding his feet once more in this prop position. He played second row for the last couple of weeks, but he's been in and out of the front row and second row all season. As have quite a few of these players for the Bulldogs, so it's a lot of combinations, and I guess that's what you need. You need a versatile forward pack that can slot in wherever you want, or whatever the occasion is, and I think it's a good idea having Kobe Johnston face up 1-on-1 against Luke Short. Now, those two players will be clashing very heavily tonight, so I'm happy that they are that they're marking each other. As Hellier puts it down to Dylan Sharp. He won't get away from Damien Moana, unable to make any real meters on that kick return, and that's his first of the night. As we go, Eddie Oliver from dummy half, looking to get some retribution for his former actions, but 10 meters is not going to be enough. But here's Zachary Brown. This may be enough. I thought he was going to get away from Damien Moana, but a good tackle there after getting around Columbus. It's Edwards now. Short ball there. Simon Hunt, unable to make any meters. Fourth tackle. They may have to put a 40-20 kick in here. They're going to go to Edwards for it. They're going to try it. It's not a bad strike off the boot from Isaac Edwards, but I think it's going to be a little bit too wide. Tatera Maxwell will have to chase it, though, not too deep. As it's going to be Tatera Maxwell on the inside. Steps around Zachary Brown and gets out of his own in-goal. Disappointing there from the Broncos chase. Now Namina. Tackled and driven back. That's the second on the 20. As they go right, it will be Damien Moana. Now to Mobbs. He'll play the ball. That's the third. Going right now. Hell yeah. Goes to Hodgson. That's the fourth. As they go out deep to Daniel Hellier, rather. It's not as good of a strike as we just saw. One player got, but Columbus has got onto it. Columbus steps the fullback, but Zachary Brown picks off the offload. And a bit of excitement there from the Bulldogs. There's a bit of a floater of a kick. They just work to the advantage there. As they go, Isaac Edwards. Now to Justin Plays. He'll play the ball. Going left. Edwards. Wide pass out to Bakers. He plays it just on the halfway line there. That's the fourth. Going right. It will be Simon Hunt. Inside ball to Justin Plays. And that's the fifth and last. Going out deep. Bakers. Slogging that one down the field to John Maiava, future captain of the Penrith Panthers, and he just gets around one there. But ultimately brought down by Isaac Edwards. And John Maiava, he's been such a good player in a couple positions. I'm not sure if wing would be his ideal position. I think he was a very good centre and second rower. I'm not too sure where I see him slotting into the Panthers side. He could be at fullback, could be at second row, in the halves, centre wing. He's a very versatile player, so I'm excited to see what he cooks up and where he places himself in that team, especially after the losses that they are going through at the moment. It's Hodgson playing the ball, going right. It will be Wallace. Kobe Johnston putting the kick in. It's allowed to bounce there. Maliaki steps one, gets on the infield. And Bariri Homene bring him down in the tackle. Just getting very close there to the sideline. Maliaki. Sonny Sharp plays the ball. Going right. Luke Short. Drives forward there. That's the third. Now going left, John Bakers. Inside ball here. It's going to be a good one to Justin Plays, but well wrapped up. And the Broncos just can't find any meters. Once again in this set, they're really struggling out there tonight. It was something that came easy to them last week, but they have been unable to really get any sort of flow on so far will be John Baker's putting the kick over the top. Well taken by Angie Slugger. Slugger tries to put the moves on, but can't get away from Maliaki. As they go. Daniel Hellier. The Broncos lacking any sort of grit in their defense so far. They need a big set here, and they're doing okay in this one here, but need to make the most of their opportunities. They haven't been taking, the gaps in the defense of the Bulldogs. They haven't been cutting through the line like they should be, and it's really costing them at the moment. 8 points down. You need to see a little bit more from this attack, especially if you're a Broncos fan, especially if you're the Broncos coach. Anthony McDonald just sending some messages from the sideline. This is going to be Justin Plays on the kick return. Plays, gets away from one there, gets away from about three there, in fact. Brought down by Mayava eventually. But they go out to the left. Edwards now goes to Lillard. Lillard straight to the line, weaving. Hold on to the ball, son. No, they go to McEnroe. Not a bad choice, but just a little bit risky there. You just want to hold on to the ball in situations like these. As Justin Plays, gets on the left foot. Daniel Hellier misses the tackle. It has to be Hodgson, as that's going to be the third. John Bakers gets it off one of the Bulldogs defenders. A risky pass, but that will be 0. As the Broncos get a fresh set now. They go. Bakers, cut out pass there. Goes around the back. It's going to be Maliaki. So Rakamanu for the line. Brought down, inches close. And too long in the tackle there, Oos Willis. That's got to be professional foul territory, but the referee elects to keep him on the field. Another set here as Sonny Sharp gets the ball. Playing it 8 meters out now. They go left. Bakers to McEnroe. Now it's going to be Mario McEnroe playing the ball. The Broncos fans are on their feet. They go right. John Bakers rushed up on by the defense to Tierra Maxwell making the tackle. As they go to the right again, and we Luke Short. Short ball there to Isaac Edwards. Can he push over? Yes, he can, but on his back, he'll be short as well. As Eddie Oliver going himself, a greedy play. Looking for glory. They're going to have to go. Justin Plays, acting half. They go deep there. Luke Short on the last, puts the kick in. Tedesco bumps off one. Jack Tedesco now with some space, and the Broncos, well, they really needed Justin Plays on the chase there. But Eddie Oliver just getting out of dummy half and making it hard on his own team. He'd be disappointed in himself there. As they go right, Roriru Kamene now goes to Daniel Hellier. Oh, it was an awkward kick there from Johnston. Luke Short charging it down. And he's done well there. As now they go. Bakers goes to Lillard. As he'll play the ball. That's the second. McEnroe straight through the line, cutting through. As the bench forwards for the Broncos have made a big impact so far in this game. They're making some great meters. Sonny Sharp, a consistent second rower and one of the best in the league, playing the ball on the 10. An awkward pass there, John Bakers. I thought he knocked it on into his own player, but he managed to get it around him as Lillard's brought down. About 6 meters out for the try line now against his former club. Bakers puts it up high. It's a shallow kick there. Plays are going to have to come around the back, but it's going to be Mayava. Mayava, he's going to be dragged. He remains in the field of play, but only just, as it's going to be Kobe Johnston. Wallace now going to Moana. Short ball to Oos Willis. As they go, Thomas Wallace stepping off from dummy half and bending Eddie Oliver away, but the Broncos defense really clamping down on them now. It's Damien Moana takes the hit up. Still thinks he's in the lock jersey, and hopefully they get a good kick here. Unlike the last one, it's going to be Daniel Hellier. That's a much better kick than the one we saw before. He will get it down to Rakamanu. Steps through the middle. Rakamanu gets around to Tierra Maxwell. Hodgson has been tackling to save tries all night so far. He has been phenomenal in wrapping up Rakamanu and Maliaki. As they go right now, it's Mario McEnroe playing the ball. Now out to the right again. Lillard Awkward ball there. Luke Short finding it. Luke Short through the line. Luke Short testing to Tierra Maxwell out. Pushing for the line. Brought down a metre short. It's going to be Eddie Oliver. He's got options. Will he go himself? No, he'll pass this time. Inside ball. Murray McEnroe pushing over. Murray McEnroe on his back. Referee Josh Pretlove announcing it as such. And they go to John Bakers. Puts it up high. Who's underneath it? It will be. Well taken by Zach Brown. But the Broncos unable to score points yet again there. But the pressure is building here for the Bulldogs. Jack Tedesco. Pushed back onto his own 10-metre line. Moana. Inside ball to Johnston. He's tackled by Luke Short. It's the second. Going out to the left now. Will be Damien Moana. An awkward one. He's caught flat-footed with lead runners ahead of him. That's the third. Going out to the right. Kobe Johnston. Short ball there to Oos Willis. Broncos complaining about an obstruction there. Referee says play on. The Broncos have allowed the Bulldogs a little bit of wiggle room now. Filippo Gould will take advantage of it. And all of a sudden it's down the Broncos' end after a very long time of offensive determination and defensive determination. It's going to go. Raikamanu steps around one. Hellier brings him down. That's the first. As they go to the right, Sonny Sharp. Short ball there to Murray McEnroe. John Bakers. Brought down the tackle. That's the third. Going left. It will be Sonny Sharp. Driving for the line and brought down by Daniel Hellier. They go right. John Bakers now goes to Sam Lillard and they couldn't make any way out of their own half there. The Bulldogs defense muscling up. Just finding a bit of energy after their strong defense on their line for the last couple of sets. Now it's going to be Angie Slugger on the kick return. Gets away from Justin Plays. Eddie Oliver comes around and makes the tackle. But once again, they're in their own end. That is just shocking from the Broncos. As now it's going to be Damien Moana, dummying Damien Moana next to the sticks. What a try that was. He turned inside out, Justin Plays, and he scored for his team. Well, that has got to be just about one of the filthiest dummy tries I've ever seen. And the Broncos have spent that much time down the other end. There is no excuse for that. No excuse at all. And Anthony McDonald now hounding his boys, getting into them. Making sure that message gets them on the field. Not a strong first half from the Broncos. With about 3 minutes left, you'd think that the Bulldogs... Well, I think almost definitely the Bulldogs going with the lead. The Broncos, if they can score before halftime, there's still a chance in this game. But it is crucial that they score before halftime. Otherwise, this lead is going to be an extremely difficult one to chase in the second half. It's a kick deep. Oos Willis. Playing the ball. Now goes to the left. Kobe Johnston. We get up and play it. Moana links up with Tierra Maxwell. He steps around one. Getting through the line now to Tierra Maxwell. Shaping up to get a bit more involved in this game now. The forward pack getting a bit fatigued for the Broncos. There's a wide pass out to Daniel Hellier. On the left side of the field for some reason. Down they go. Moana. Weird ball there to Filippo Gould. Driven back in the tackle. It's fifth and last. As they play the ball. Deep there to Moana. Puts the kick in. Over the top. It will land in the lap of Dylan Sharp, who steps around. I think it was Johnny Columbus, but he was driven back regardless by Damien Moana. Now it's Zach Brown. From dummy half. There's about 30 seconds left in the half here. I don't think that the Broncos will score, but maybe Dylan Sharp can get something going. No, he can't. That'll be the third. 10 seconds left. And the Bulldogs will go into half-time with a 14-0 lead. We will see you very shortly. Welcome back to SRL TV, where the Brisbane Broncos are currently trailing 14 points behind the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs here at Belmore Sports Complex. And wow, what a lead that the Bulldogs have gotten off to. It was a hard-fought one, but they got there at the end of the second half, scoring a great try through Damien Moana with his big dummy. The Broncos lacking a lot of real attacking grit in that first half. They need to dig deep here, going to the second set of 40 to really make sure that they capitalize on their opportunities. They need some big improvements going into this second half here if they are to come away with the game. They're 14 points down at halftime. They had a lot of ball on their opposition's try line. They need to get down here, but luckily they've got two stellar players with them in their forward pack tonight. Luke Short, Anthony McDonald. I think they will lead the way. Obviously Anthony McDonald off at the field at the moment, but when Luke Short, when he's on field, this Broncos side just looks a whole lot better. McDonald will come on later, and we will see the impact that he has on his team. But until then, it's Samuel Lillard and Liam Evans holding down the fort. Now they go. Sonny Sharp straight through the line. Great ball there. And this is the kind of stuff that we need to see. They very rarely broke the line in the first half. They need to get to it here in the second half and score an early try to get on the board for the first time. They go right now. Zachary Brown, inside ball. It's an awkward one. Isaac Edwards picks it up. Hit off the ball there, Dylan Sharp. He bounces up quickly. Sonny Sharp wanting to come in across field and put in a good push and shove for his brother. Calmed down by Luke Short. His fifth and last. Options out the left. They will use them. Bakers spits it out to Isaac Edwards. It's going to land to Tierra Maxwell. He's going to have it. No, it's going to be Liam Evans, but he's going to be held up over the line. And a handover. A great tackle from, I think that was Casey Namina there. Well, the Broncos, they've put the Bulldogs on notice early in the second half here, but not quite able to get the ball across, and that really was their issue in the first half. They just need to be able to get the ball down. As they go to the right, Damien Moana now going to Maxwell. Spreads the ball to Hellier. As they go right, Buvali and Gawa to Tierra Maxwell. Angie Slugger. Some good Broncos defense there in that set. They'll be hoping to turn the ball over somewhere within their opposition's half after a bit of a kick return here. Going Dylan Sharp with it, and we know the danger that he poses. He's going to not be able to get away from Joseph Jackson, but he will cross the halfway line after some post-contact meters. As they go right now, Isaac Edwards straight to the line. Isaac Edwards going for a bit of a run, testing out one-on-one with Tierra Maxwell, but now the fullback is going to be out of position as Samuel Lillard runs it straight at his former teammates. Going left again. It will be Bakers. Spreading it to Morningstar now. It's Kane Morningstar. Brought down the tackle. The rookie playing as a bench center in this match. It's going to be Luke Short crashing over the line. Luke Short is over. And the Broncos, I've got no doubts about this one, are on the board. Well, Luke Short, too big and too strong. A beautiful run from him there to get the Broncos, on the board for the first time tonight. They desperately needed a try. And of course, the vice captain, Luke Short, delivers. John Bakers can get this kick. It'll be an 8-point ball game. And all of a sudden, a lot more manageable for the Broncos. And Bakers slots that one. 14-6 here. 7 minutes into the second half. I was talking about him at halftime, wasn't I? Luke Short, what a great player. He's a legend of our game. A Season 1 veteran. Season 1 Premiership player. He moved up to the Broncos this season after the relegation of his beloved Eels, and I mean, just what a player he is. He's stepped up this season at lock. But just a very, very solid player indeed. And we're very happy to be watching him, because I just love watching the way Luke Short plays. He's just a really gritty prop, an old-style Glenn Lazarus kind of figure who has suffered from some severe sunburn in his time in Brisbane. As that comes off the head of a Bronco there, they got a bit lucky not to throw it into an arm or a hand. It's Liam Evans unable to make any meters there, driven back by Joseph Jackson and Thomas Wallace. So that'll be the fifth and last. They spread it out to Isaac Edwards for the kick. He puts a good one down to the wing of John Boy Mayava. It's going to be Zachary Brown on the kick chase. He gets stepped. It's now going to be John Boy Mayava on the outside of Justin Plays. He's got a lot of space here. As Plays closes in, it's going to be Mayava one-on-one, brought down. 10 metres out from the try line. As they go left now, Kobe Johnston goes to Jackson. Joseph Jackson pushing for the try. Joseph Jackson grounds the ball. They're going to send this one upstairs, but I think he's gotten it down here. And the Broncos' hard work unravelled by John Boy Mayava and Joseph Jackson. Well, there you go, the former Bronco himself scoring to put the Broncos back down to a 12-point lead, possibly 14 after this kick. I think he'd get this one. Slots that one easily, Wallace. You'd think so as well. It's 14 points down. The Broncos are once again. They need to get some sort of flow on here. That kick, it was good from Isaac Edwards, but the kick chase, it was missing, well, a lot of players. They needed a lot more support there. It was Zachary Brown isolated, and he did not succeed in that endeavour of locking down John Boy Mayava. Of course, Mayava, a former right centre himself, knows exactly what the defence wants to do in that position, so it's no wonder how he got around him so easily. Hell yeah. Now goes to Vivali Ngawa. He'll play the ball on the 30 here. That's going to be the second. Going left now. Maxwell goes straight to the line. Luke Short left in the dust. Justin Plays coming across now. He's going to have to make a big tackle around the legs. He goes for the arms instead as he plays it. Out to the left. Short side play. It's Mayava. Mayava down the wing in the corner. And what a try there from John Boy Mayava. Well, there you go, John Boy Mayava. He had a great run before. Now the Broncos conceding back-to-back tries. The Bulldogs take a 24-6 lead, 18 points. As Wallace just fades that one away to the left. The Broncos looking in all sorts. They came out strong out of the gates for the second half, but Joseph Jackson and John Boy Mayava going for a try each back-to-back has really hurt their morale here. And they need to truly score a try. I mean, it's very obvious. It's very simple. But the short side play was phenomenal. And their defense is looking a little bit disjointed at the moment here for the Broncos. They're just not moving around as a team on the park. And I think it may be a combination of some different pairings and some different positionings. And probably also the confidence they came from winning last week being misplaced here. So it's going to be a bit of a struggle. But they have what it takes to get back in this game here. They just need some momentum. Just need something, one call, one drop ball. One big run to go their way. Dylan Sharp. He'll get the ball from Moana's kick. He's going to be unable to get any meters around Johnny Columbus. Moana chases his own kick there. Good effort from the captain. Now goes to Simon Hunt. They need to get Justin Plays involved in this set, in the attack. They need to do it And they need to do it very, very soon.
Held. 3.
As that'll be just past the 30-meter on the third. Luke Short, unable to break a tackle there. That's going to be the fourth. Maybe it's a 40-20 at the moment. Baker's setting up on the left here. If Oliver's pass is good, he may be able to get a good boot to ball, but no, he goes for the infield kick instead. Lands right on the 30-meter mark, straight down the guts of Tatiro Maxwell. Didn't even have to run for it there. As they go, Namina. Now goes to Filippo Gould. As he just slices through the line.
That's your second.
Now they go right. Moana, inside ball to Namina.
Held.
Brought down there.
Held. 3.
As it will be Filippo Gould again.
Hands off.
Wallace, out to Moana. Comes off Cameron Hodgson. He retains it though.
He's held there. 5. Markers lock in.
And that'll be the fifth and last. Playing the ball. Going out to the right. Moana puts up the high ball. Underneath it is Justin Plays. He'll be driven back there. Justin Plays. Caught in his own in-goal. And the Broncos will be forced to drop out here. One more try and it is game over, I believe, for the Broncos. Just 4 tries and probably under 20 minutes if they do score here. Be all too much for them. Their season is looking dire. Every second this clock ticks down. It's looking more and more likely to be over, so they need to fire up here. They need to get under the skins of their competition, force an error, a mistake somewhere. Because right now the Bulldogs are looking pretty much flawless. As Hodgson goes to Vivali and Garber now. Brought down the tackle. As he plays the ball. Going left. Hodgson. Hodgson pushing for the line. Cameron Hodgson drops down. Ball planted. The bunker officials will have a look at this. Sent up as no try. But as you can see there, that is not the case. The Bulldogs with another one. And it's looking more likely that they will be playing semi-finals next week. Well, there you go. The Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs with a 24-point lead here now. The Broncos just not showing the same fight that they did last week. Not showing that same drive that they had. Which is weird. Getting into the finals mattered more to them than staying there. Maybe it is just this Bulldog side. Damien Moana having a good game at 6. Hellier's playing well at 7 as well. Just seems like they're clicking at the moment. I would like to see a bit more from this man though, Kobe Johnston, as he just takes a big hit up there. That'll be the first. Going to the left now. Filippo Gould. He's been stellar at second row this week. Now Wallace goes out to Moana. Inside ball here. It's going to be Liam Evans. This may be the turnaround they need, the Broncos. It's Evans. He'll play the ball. They need to score a try quickly though, the Broncos. As they go right. Zachary Brown. That'll be the second. As they go out to the left, it will be Liam Evans. Short ball there to Sonny Sharp. As that's the third. They go out to the right now. Simon Hunt, inside ball. Justin Place gets away from Joseph Jackson. Gould's there to back up. As they go, Liam Evans. Short ball again to Sonny Sharp. He's unable to push over though, as that's the 5th and last. There's a lot of space out to the left here. Do they use it? They go to the right instead. John Baker's rather. Putting the kick in. But that bounce just did not favour the Broncos. Filippo Gould cleaning up. As now that's Columbus. Straight through the line. Now that's the second. Will be Moana. Right out to Mobs. Mobs flicking on the inside for Namina. Straight through the line. Brought down past the halfway line now, as that's only the 3rd tackle for the Bulldogs. As they go left, Filippo Gould spreads it out to John Boy Mayaba. As they go, Columbus. Playing the ball, and Maxwell goes to Moana. Comes down on Justin Players' head. He takes the ball, steps around to Tierra Maxwell, but Ruben Mobbs chases him down. That's Eddie Oliver. Now goes to Isaac Edwards. Short ball there. Maliaki straight through the line. Gets an offload away to John Bakers. As that's only the second tackle. The Broncos looking like they're alive now. The subs have come on. It's going to be Justin Plays. He'll break away. He'll score a try for the Broncos. Awarded on the spot by Pretlove. And the Broncos, 18 points down now. 16 minutes to go. They're going to have to beat the clock. But that looked a lot more alive from them. Well, they'll need to get down this end every possession now. But, it's going to be a close one here. Maybe. Potentially. Not at the moment. But, potentially the Broncos. They can get a roll on off this set. They're able to come back into this one. Thomas Wallace. He will kick it deep, and Luke Short will be coming off the field in a moment. As well, I believe Casey Namina playing at lock in the second half here. Here's Maliaki for the time being. Marking up against Prairie Kamene. So that's going to be the first. Going right now will be Bakers. Goes to Simon Hunt. Just sticking his head through the line. Going left, Bakers. Now goes to Sonny Sharp. Driving forward. So that's the third. They go out to the right now. Will be Bakers. Goes to Anthony McDonald. He plays it. Going deep, Bakers. Slots that one very, very shallow to Daniel Hellier. That's a shocking kick. That's not what they needed at all. As they go. Vivali Ngawa now goes to Angie Slugger. Should have let him run there a little bit, you'd think. And take him into touch or try to, but nonetheless. The Broncos defense just trying to hold the Bulldogs out in this 30-meter mark. They go left. It will be Filippo Gould. So that's the fourth. Out to the right now, Moana. Goes short to Johnston. Johnston brought down. That's the fifth and last now. The Bulldogs putting it up out to the right. As Waraka Manu comes down with it. Driven back in that tackle there. Now Bakers. Spreading it to Eddie Oliver. Plays. Now goes to Sonny Sharp. That'll be the third tackle. As Oliver goes to Bakers again. Now to Caleb Jeff. It's the fourth tackle. They go left. Bakers spreads it to Plays. Driven back. So that's the fifth and last. They go out to the right. It will be Bakers putting the kick in. Oh my goodness, it's another shank. And John Baker's kicking just really costing the Broncos at the moment. In the moments they need it the most as well. It's to Tierra Maxwell. Steps away from Sonny Sharp. Brought down in the tackle. Now they go left. Bariri Kamene. Tackled well. As they go to the left again. Filippo Gould. Driving for the line here, but brought down. That's the fourth. As they go right, it will be Hellier. Over the line, Daniel Hellier. Oh, I didn't see that one coming. Pushing the opposition past their try line. Eddie Oliver. Too small. And Daniel Hellier too strong. It is all over. The Bulldogs have won this game now. Anything else is just extras for either team. And it's just reminding me a little bit of last week. A bit of opposites back-to-back weeks. As Wallace slots that one over, 36-12. .4 lead now for the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs with just under 10 minutes to go. I don't see the biggest comeback of all time in SRL history happening in the last 10 minutes of an elimination final. Stranger things have happened, but I think that the Bulldogs will be going into next week where they will play either the loser of either the Cowboys or the Storm. So make sure you stay tuned for that game. Next up on SRL TV. Now it's going to be Ruben Mobbs straight through the line. Ruben Mobbs stretching his legs. Gets the pass out. It's going to be Kane Morningstar. Kane Morningstar. He's going to get a bit of space now. Now he's stretching his legs. To Tierra Maxwell coming across. Morningstar will just inch close to the line. 10 metres out now. As will be Oliver to Edwards to Jeff. As he's flipped on his back. That's the second tackle. As they go. Ball out to Sonny Sharp. Beautiful try. But all too little too late for the Broncos. Well, it's a good effort there from Sonny Sharp. But ultimately, 18 points down still if Bakers gets this kick. They needed to show that kind of attack a bit earlier in the game. And a lot has gone against them this game. But they did need to show a little bit more way earlier tonight. However, that being said, if this is the full-time score, 69 people, nice. I'm going to be very, very happy because that is what they tipped for this week. They'll be getting some coins, potentially some +8 upgrades for the next week of finals for anyone playing. So we will see. As Maliaki. Going out to the right now. It will be Simon Hunt. Going out to the left. Bakers now. Short ball to Sonny Sharp. He's held down a bit there in the tackle, but allowed to get up. As we Justin plays now. Brought down by Filippo Gould, who has been so strong at left second row tonight. It may be worth keeping him there for next week, but I think there will be some changes to this lineup once again for the Bulldogs. I just think that there's some fine-tuning to be had. Maybe with some of the forward pack picks. As now it's going to be John Boy Mayava. Just getting around one. He's had a great game tonight, John Boy Mayava. And he's just been treating us because he's had some shockers during the season, shall we say. But the Panthers captain looking to go for a ring before his time here at the Bulldogs is up as Ruiri Kamene just running over the top of one and brought down. That's the third. Playing the ball. It's going to be Thomas Wallace straight from dummy half. Thomas Wallace splits the defenders underneath the sticks. No one gets to him. And the Bulldogs score another to put it over 40 for them. Well, that just looked easy there for Thomas Wallace as he just darted from dummy half, untouched. He saw Anthony McDonald was offside and just went straight past him, blitzing the defenders. And sliding in underneath the sticks to get this to probably 42 to 18, you'd think. And I think that we just heard the heads of 69 people hang. As Thomas Wallace has ruined their night. However, 8 people will be happy with them. So, not too bad. I mean, technically there is still some time. But whether it's enough is another story. John Bakers. Kicks it deep here. Titira Maxwell goes to Rawiri Kamene. It's in the outside shoulder there of Eddie Oliver. And the Bulldogs should be very proud of how they fought tonight. 42 points to 18 in an elimination final at home in front of their fans, in front of the people that support them, that have pulled them along, that have followed their journey this season. They've really showed up for them. The Broncos, keep your heads up high. You had a great season with a very young squad. There is a lot to come here from this team. There is a lot of, highlights from your season. There's a lot to look forward to in Season 9. But unfortunately, this is where your Season 8 journey ends at Belmore. It's an unfortunate way to end the season. But hey, making the finals is an achievement in itself, so don't be too harsh on yourselves. What you have achieved this season is a lot more than a lot of people expected. If you look at some of those ladder predictions at the start of the season, they were brutal. So to be where you are guys now, just well done to you. Hats off. There's 30 seconds left. The game will end off in a Bulldogs hand. Oliver, the one to put the kick in. And will be allowed to go dead. One last run here. Thomas Wallace goes to Johnston, spreads it to Kamene. And that will be full time. The Bulldogs are through to the next stage. They will play in the semi-finals against either the Storm or the Cowboys, whoever loses in the game next. 42 to 18. Broncos knocked out in what was a clinical performance put on by the home side. Look at some of the stats. 7 tries, all from different try scorers. I actually couldn't tell you who the one that's not listed is, because there was that many players that scored tonight. Similarly, it's 3 try scorers for the Broncos. 25 from 28 completions for the Bulldogs. 21 through 23 for the Broncos. A penalty each way. But yeah, 5 more sets from the Bulldogs, and they just had a little bit better opportunities, but very similar in the tackles, missed tackles, and line breaks column. It was simply the completion, scoring tries that the Broncos really struggled with in the first half. So yeah, they did come back to bite them in the second half. And look at some of the stats. Tutero Maxwell, a classy game from him. 260 run meters, 5 line breaks. He didn't score a try, but he had a great game, as did Thomas Wallace, I thought. 2 try assists, a try, 21 tackles, a tackle break, and a line break for him. Mayava was excellent on the wing. He scored that great close range try, as well as did a lot of really good running off the kick returns. Kobe Johnston was solid, playing some big minutes tonight. Gould was excellent at second row. And Moana and Hellier, I thought their halves pairing worked really, really well. I wonder if that's what they'll do next week. I have a feeling it won't be, but if it is, it's definitely not a bad pairing at all. I really liked Daniel Hellier tonight at halfback. He did miss quite a few tackles, but that is expected with Hellier. So, yeah, nothing really to worry about. I mean, I thought his covers did a very good job at protecting him out that edge. So it was not exposed tonight at all, in any sense. But we'll move on. And for the Broncos, Justin plays with 190 run meters, 3 line breaks, and a try. 3 line breaks is a little bit disappointing after the performance he had last week. He got a hat-trick. He really tore this team to shreds. He just couldn't do it this week, and I think they're ready for him. If we look at the stats from last week, it was, in fact, Justin plays with over almost 250 run meters. He had 9 line breaks, so 3 times as much as he had tonight. Eddie Oliver, he had 3 try assists for all 3 tries. I thought he had an okay game, but there was definitely some points where he could have been better. Missed a lot of tackles. I know it says 1 missed, but he missed a lot of tackles, or ineffective tackles rather. Really got in the way a lot in the play. He just a bit clunky out there tonight. Sonny Sharp, a solid player as always. At second row, he really put his heart on his sleeve tonight and scored a try for his efforts. But I mean, you look at the forwards. Luke Short didn't make a whole lot of meters. Lillard didn't do a whole lot. Anthony McDonald did next to nothing with 35 minutes. So a lot of the forwards really struggling to make meters. Couldn't set that platform up for their halves to capitalise, even though I thought Edwards was very strong tonight. They just couldn't get it done. So yeah, they very, very much struggled, the Broncos. But that is all we have time for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me in the commentary box. It's been a pleasure having you. The Bulldogs through to the next stage of the SRL TBC Live Premiership Finals for Season 8. The Broncos, they are knocked out. We will see you next season. But make sure you stay tuned because this isn't all we have tonight. Next up, it's the Storm taking on the Cowboys at Amy Park. It's going to be a great match. Make sure you tune in for that for more SRL Finals action.